Hey, this is Tom Waltz, IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles writer, and you are listening to the GeekCast Radio Network.
Welcome to The Pull Bag. Join us as we dig out our latest comics and discuss them with a rotating panel of the GCRN crew. So sit back and enjoy this week's Pull Bag.
Hello and welcome to the Pull Bag. This is episode 113. You would think it's episode 113, folks, but no, it's actually episode 126. I am TFG1Mike, who wants to basically kill Skype and kill my computer and kill everything to do with podcasting at this point. Joining me is no. Everything. You're not a thing, you're a person. There's a difference.
Depends on who you ask.
Let's see if we can... No, there isn't anything that could... How would you leet speak your name? That, I don't know, that
My
just
name?
doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't work, I don't think. I can't envision it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't. Just don't even.
Unfortunately, my name, it doesn't even work with the name game.
I know.
And it sucks. I mean, for people who don't know the name, it's like Dave, Bobabe, Banana. Try Nicole. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a 2-syllable name, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, no. Oh, boy.
I don't know how let's see.
Yeah, we're just going to break our brains trying to...
N1.
N1CO... What's the... See, he never uses any L's, I don't think.
No, because Sally... They have Sally, but they have the L's for Sally.
Yeah. Because they use it's 5-4.
Yeah.
LLY. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, folks, we're here. It's episode 126. You'd think it was episode 113 with all the shit that's gone wrong trying to even get this recorded. We are 2 or 3 podcasts away from Nicole being here pretty much full time for the month of February when we're doing Fiendship is Friendship February. So, all pony month, yay. But before we get to that, we're going to be talking about Monkey Brain and now IDW series D4VE from D4VE from writer Ryan Ferrier and artist Valentin Ramon. I think I first heard about this last year when we were doing the profiling previews thing.
Yep, and I was excited to read it because it looked like my type of thing. I'm like, oh, this looks awesome. I guess what? I was right.
Yeah, you were. No, this, if I had known about this when it originally came out, it probably would have made my top list for each year.
Oh, really? Because I bought the first issue when it came out, and it's just like, oh, this is great. Because of course, many of our friends read Transformers comics, another robot comic, and so it's just like, oh, it's more robots.
I just love how you're like, that other robot comic, like it doesn't even matter anymore. It's like, dude. D4VE has basically put Transformers to shame at this point.
Actually, Transformers is still really good.
Yeah, no, I know. So the summary so we've got a 2-parter here, folks. It's not a giant size or anything like that, but episode 126 and 127 are actually going to come out on the same Wednesday. In this episode, we're going to talk about the first series, which was originally published by Monkey Brain, and then obviously collected by IDW, and then the IDW series, D4VE2, happened last year. So next episode, we'll talk about the second arc in the story here, but the summary is as follows. Midlife crisis. Dave, the defense bot turned desk slave, withers away at a soul-sucking day job, quietly dreaming of his monster-punching past. Unbeknownst to him, yet new alien presence lands on Earth.
I love this so much. Just in the description, that's what sold it right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
we got robots, we got alien invasion. Okay, I'm sold.
Soul sucking day job. It's like, where's Gary Cole when you really need him? Like, seriously, this is Office Space, but 500 years in the future.
This is pretty much, I would say, 30% of workers these days.
Yeah, we're all drones,
Mm-hmm.
and not the flying kind either, folks. So we start off.
Now, I with this comic as well, they have so many like little pop culture references thrown in here, and
This is the most pop culture reference comic I've ever seen.
Oh, there's a lot out there, but this one is probably at the tops, and I love it.
Well, because this one does it so well.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, if you've ever seen a sci-fi movie, there's probably a reference to it in here, and I love it.
Yep. And it's not just in what they say; it's in various signs and all that. Like the opening panel here, you got Dave standing on a building next. He's got an alien below him, and to his right is a picture of a screw, and it says, "Don't lose them."
At first, I thought that alien, when he's on the building, the second panel there, I thought it was the Cloverfield alien. And but then I guess it could be, because we never really got a good look at the alien.
Yep.
Cloverfield.
So the first issue here opens up, and we got Dave against this alien guy, and I didn't notice this. I just read this last night before. This is the first time I ever read it. I just read this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't read it before.
So you were planning on doing a review on a comic that you never read?
No.
Kudos, buddy. Kudos.
When we did the profiling previews thing last year, it was something I filed away for later.
Oh.
It was something that I was like, okay, that's cool. I want to get to it. When it started coming out in print form from IDW, I'm like, yeah, I've got too much other stuff I'm reading. And so I've had it on file for a while. It's not that I wasn't going to read it. Of course I was going to read it, but how I normally read stuff is, or how I normally, like over on Tooncast Beyond or MWire or whatever, when I watch a movie or watching cartoons or whatever, I have to do it like the day of the actual recording.
Oh wow!
Because even if I take notes, I'll sometimes forget. Happens. So it's like, yeah. So
Great.
Dave's daydreaming. This whole opening scene is him daydreaming, fighting this alien.
Well, he's not really. Well, I guess he is daydreaming.
He is daydreaming because he's sitting in his office and his boss is yelling his name.
But would this be considered more of a memory, or is it a daydream?
Okay, well, it could be one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to his glory days.
Yeah,
so
back
basically,
to his
Dave is Al Bundy.
Oh, no, oh God.
Hey, Al Bundy's awesome.
There's no way Scotty is worse than Bud. There's just no way.
Scotty is pretty much Bud. Hormonal teenager. Thinks he could just take on the world. Get to Scotty here soon.
Yeah. But no, usually when I'm reading comics, I obviously the art catches me, but some of the little nuances don't catch me. Like I didn't notice until right now when we look at the panel of his boss asking him what the hell he's doing. There's a giant shell logo on the top of the
with devil horns.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like.
And his boss has the suspenders in the coffee mug, like what's his name from Office Space?
Yep.
So I mean, I really do love this. This is so much fun.
What does this look like to you? A Motel 9? Oh, so awesome.
Yeah, this first comic, this first issue is so much fun because yeah, like I said, the references, and it's just nice to know that the robots have mundane lives just like humans.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way that Ferrier wrote this is he's we'll find out as we go
Yeah.
along, but essentially the robots won. The robots essentially made humanity extinct, and the robots now control Earth, and the robots basically fell into what humanity was.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Because the humans program, they got the human
Mm-hmm.
human programming, basically.
Yep. So he used to fight monsters and aliens and protect the planet, but now he's an account manager for the water power plant. Not awesome nor important.
But you know what, you see this a lot when you see someone come back from the war. You know, they had this crazy life that is just, you know, so dangerous and exciting, and then you come back and you're kind of, and some soldiers are just kind of lost because they don't have that sense of, oh, well, I used to do something that made a difference, and now I'm at a desk job where I could be replaced the next day, you know?
So he goes home. Of course, he forgot the oil.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's just like every guy forgetting to bring the milk or the bread or the eggs or the fabric softener or whatever else Macaulay Culkin used to shop for in Home Alone.
In all fairness, I forgot to bring the milk home. It's not just a guy thing.
Yeah. So we get basically a short version of the backstory of how man made robots and expensive Roombas and
very Terminator-esque here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ryan loves his term. Like Ryan and Valentin, they love their Terminator.
Like, I mean,
references.
if you look at that one panel, the one that's mostly red,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could see like the Terminators. I mean, their body positions and everything are just like what you would think in the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
And the language that Ferrier writes for these robots is just amazing.
I love it too.
Oh, it's just so good. So, you know, after the fact that they won between the robots and the humans, and the weird thing about being programmed by humans is that you adopt their nuances. We love parades, for example. And, you know, as soon as I read that, all I can think of is Ferris Bueller. So it's not just Earth. Earth is pretty much the only place we know of humans being, but the way that they explain it is the humans are completely eradicated from the universe. So did we eventually leave Earth at some point and end up on the Titan or something? I don't know.
I don't know. But I love all these like different little aliens that they show.
Yeah,
the meatbag aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, the meatbag aliens. Yeah, Valentin's art in this is really awesome. I mean, like I said, this is my first time seeing anything from either one of these creators, and this comic can just go up against any other comic you can think of. Mm-hmm. It really can. In and out of its own genre. I mean, it just can. So, as we go through this, he's still, because now that he's awake and walking around, the flashbacks are some of the daydreams and stuff, because he talks about the defense bots, the glory days, and all that.
He's the good-looking one.
Yeah. They look all the same. Yeah. So we just existed, made jobs, started families, and I like the one in this panel. We'll work for oil, thanks.
It's like the homeless robot. My favorite is the next panel. We're watching Gone with the Wind, robot style.
Yeah, we became stagnant, uninspired, lazy. Oh my god, that's just hilarious. And is that a screw bouncing off his head?
Yeah, I think what he was trying to do, you know how you like, because you're watching a movie, so you try to throw popcorn in the air and you try to catch it. That's what I picked up. Is like he's trying to
he has no mouth, so that's not gonna it's not gonna work.
That's what I was getting from it. So.
I just really like this whole story. It's just so fun. Apparently everybody was supposed to defrag who they used to be, and he just mislabeled who he used to be.
Yeah.
It's just so hilarious. What are you liking about this one so far?
Oh, well, like I said, the whole how they've just turned into basically humans, but with the outer metal shell, you know, because they've conquered pretty much everything, and so they're just like, well, what do we do now? You know, I guess we tried to do the whole let's just make a mundane life. And at first it probably sounded good because, I mean, it looks like they were at war for a long time, you know, with all these different races of aliens and stuff. So it probably felt good to calm down for a while, but now it's been so much time. People are, yeah, they're just kind of like we are, you know, get up, go to work, just try to survive the day. But I really do like the Disneyland reference. It looks so dang cute. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the pop culture references are so much fun in here.
Yeah.
And I like that he wears a hoodie.
Yeah, he wears a...
I don't know, just...
You know, it reminds me of it reminds me of Elliot from Mr. Robot.
Oh, I thought you could say Elliot from E.T.
No. Mr. Robot. Yeah, there is no phoning home here. I love how Ferrier writes the monologue. Just hearing Dave monologue is great. The internal monologue. It's like, "Are you there, God? It's me, Dave." Yeah, Dave, you remember? Oh, right, that time I punched you square in the dick in that one time. Sorry, God. Shit, I gotta work in 3 hours.
No. Oh, but I really do love that one page. It's just beautiful because you can see the galaxy. You see a shooting star. It kind of makes it. It gives you the sense that, you know, oh wow, they're really just back on Earth, and he's looking up into the stars like pretty much other people would do. Like, what else is out there? There's got to be something more, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, we get to the morning and we have iron loops. God. Loops for cereal.
I love it. I like that they're alive and they pour themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, the cereals, yeah. So we get back to Dave's job, and this other robot's talking to him, and Chad, you know, he just says, "Oh, it's a weird morning," and this place is got to be. This is even worse than Inatech or Inatrode or any of the Office Space. I mean, this place is so dark and dreary and dry. I mean, it's just
four concrete walls and a concrete desk, basically. Yep. and Chad's the creeper. I'm going to show her my old face.
Yeah, Chad is so Drew in this series, yeah. So Chad wants him to go across the street and basically blow off work, so they go over to the Robo Strip joint.
What was it called? They say later on in the book. Crap. Can't remember. Anyways.
And he tells him, Chad tells him, that's the thing, Dave, you just got to stop caring. And that's one of the reasons why I keep referencing Office Space, is because Dave just kind of really seems like Peter. I mean, he even gets a promotion like Peter did. So I'm like, Ryan must have really had office space in the brain when writing
But it
this.
works. It works, you know.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's like, oh man, all these references.
But it's awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah. And then the Clark Empire ascends, and
I want to know what his about Valentin's idea of these, because these spaceships aren't what people, unless you've read it, they're organic spaceships, and they look very dirt and rocky and poo-like almost, you know. And I want to know how he came up with that idea.
Do you think he watched the Rock Lords at all?
Oh, there you go.
So this one robot goes off and, hey, you can't park that here. Hey, open your ports. And we get the reveal of the aliens, and it ends with ASL. I don't think anyone's used ASL in at least 15 years, at least.
I bet you someone has.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not up on my my online dating anymore. So.
No. I'm in a relationship now, so I don't have to worry about it. So there's that. So Dave wakes up. He's late, and this is where we meet Scotty. He just runs out, and these kids right there, and he tries to talk to him.
Yeah, that's not the best relationship.
Yeah. No. Hey, whatever.
I love the back of Scotty's shirt. It's like a Punisher, but with a plug port.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it. It's so cool.
That shirt. Oh man, if somebody would make that shirt, that'd be so awesome. And you notice they don't really have TVs in this future anymore. Like, it looks like there's a TV on the thing, or it might be a mirror, but he's essentially using holographic.
Yeah, it looks like TV on there, but yeah, he's using he's playing with his virtual reality.
Yep. So apparently Dave is this big screw up, and
well, he's lost.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for the guy.
Yeah, no, he is lost. And it kind of ends on Dave realizing that he's about to get hung out to dry on this one. This first issue, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really interesting. You know, you got a really nice setup. You've got characters that, for all intents and purposes, are more developed in the first issue than anything I've really ever seen.
Well, I think it's because it's relatable. Everyone's been in that position where they're just like, I've got it, where you just get into the routine of life, where every day seems like the day before. You know, yeah, everyone's been there. So even though it's robots, you could relate to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With the second issue in this first series here, once again, the art is just so good. And we open with the aliens setting up their invasion. And the Shell Devil is everywhere, apparently.
I love the Shell Devil.
There was...
okay, one of my favorite references, though, if you're a kid from the 80s, you'll probably remember. Because they're speaking in their... Clark, is that how you say it? Clark?
Clark, yeah.
Language. And one of them says plop plop.
Fizz fizz.
And the other one says fizz fizz. And I'm like, I got such a kick out of that. And I'm like, Oh, that's funny. Alka-Seltzer.
Clar for the queen. Yeah, it's Clar.
Yeah.
Plop flop. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like,
That was.
hey,
I
Alka-Seltzer.
loved it.
So awesome. So we open this one with Invasion Day 1. And he's going, Dave and his boss, and his boss is basically bitching him out in front of two other employees.
Well, they're CEOs. You can tell they're high maintenance guys. You're just like, one of them has a Frankenstein kind of look to him, you know.
And we come up with some very interesting language for money. Bajillions of credits. It's like, oh god.
Oh, I love how extreme the numbers are.
Yeah, very, very extreme. I just love how the story is playing out here with the whole workplace stuff.
And okay, I got when they're talking on the phone, I love how it's kind of like how you talked on the phone when you were playing when you were little. You know, you have the aloha sign up to your ear, you know, and I just love that's how they communicate like they're on the phone. I got such a kick out of that.
Yeah, this comic is all about,
And Dave, he's my hero because he does something I've wanted to do several times when stuck in traffic. And that's just to get out of your car and throw it across. Throw it down the street and be like, screw this! I want that. I want that ability.
Well, he gets to this point because he's stuck in traffic and he asks the phone to dial home. Dialing works. Fuck, hell, piss, home. Playing radio. Ask car. And this is where he picks it up and flings it. Oh boy. That hot robot's gone mad. And again, we see it's one of his daydream things because he's still in the car. Oh boy.
Poor guy.
The Clar aliens, even though this is pretty much a testament to all things 80s in this series, the Clar aliens so remind me of Mars Attacks.
Yeah, they're basically, because I could hear them like talk that they're talking about, and yeah, they kind of got the big old brainy heads a little bit, you know.
They're only missing the actual helmets around the heads.
Well, I think if you look at it, the head that they have in the Clar here, it would be basically as if you put the flesh over the Mars Attacks. Yes, but I love it. You know how much I love Mars Attacks.
Yeah, I know. No, what I'm saying is the only thing that the Clar are missing are the space helmets that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That the Mars Attacks aliens had. So, Godspeed. May the Armada gallop with the fires of Clar at their heels. Even though that's translated, I still have no idea what the hell that means.
Whatever it is, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds
so.
Awesome.
Dave finally gets home, and his son Scotty is there smoking. Oh God!
He looks like
taking a bong hit.
It looks like a penis bong too.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because the reason why I say that is because of what happens to that character later.
Yeah.
Not to sound insensitive or anything, folks, but the the signs are there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but yeah, it's a little heads up. So
Yeah, pretty much. So we have more of Dave's home life, and Sally's leaving him because he's such a screw up. They have some arguments, and he's trying to basically apologize and saying that he can change, and she basically just says she's leaving. And we have more of the invasion. Oh, that poor Eiffel Tower.
I know.
It
survived. The Eiffel Tower survived the whole world going to crap unless they rebuilt it or something.
Well, the top of it didn't survive.
Well, I'm talking about when the robots are taking over the humans.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I would assume most things would most. Yeah,
You never know.
Yeah.
The Terminators didn't really leave anything.
Yeah, that's true. And then again, at least we can be thankful Valentin didn't use nanites.
You're so funny.
So, I try. So we have, they're just now seeing the invasion. He runs down to his old locker stuff and runs out, and he pretty much pulls a Will Smith. The whole time I'm reading this as an Invasion Day 1, Invasion Day 2, I'm really seeing July 2nd, July 3rd, July 4th from Independence Day. So we have the invasion thing. We have Sally and Dave, and she's saying goodbye, and he then goes in to see his son, who is not exactly decent at the moment.
Oh my gosh, this poor kid. Man.
Poor kid? What do you mean, poor kid?
He's got some pent up issues, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, oh my.
Or should
God.
I say penthouse issues?
Yeah, Robo Playboy or something.
Yeah.
Hey, 500 years in the future, Hugh Hefner finally goes naked again in Playboy. Oh boy. So Scotty has some issues, and all as I can think of, and Dave's not a bad guy. Dave's the hero. He's supposed to be, the character we sympathize with, the everyman character. And sadly, once that scene happened with his son, all I can think of was, oh my God, that's Dr. Evil and Scotty and Seth Green and all of that.
You gave me sharks with lasers on their head.
Oh boy! So they turn on the news and yeah. So are the phones in their heads, I assume?
Yeah, but you have to activate the receiver by putting your hand up to the.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So they've got 3 or 4 different people calling him. We got the news still coming out here about the invasion. The doors, they're opening. Also, again, as soon as I read that line, all as I can think of is that stupid girl on the roof in Independence Day.
Oh.
Gotcha, Gert, gotcha, Clar. And there. Yeah, I think I did that right. I don't know. So we see the invasion, we see the news, we see everyone's reaction. And what I love about this is how it's all like all these panels on this one page of what's his name? His buddy at the office, not his boss.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad, Scotty, Sally, his boss, a bunch of other people, and then him in the center. And it's like, what's going on here?
I love this page. It's done beautifully.
Yeah, especially on the Comixology guided view, because you have various panels close up on it story by storyboard, and then it opens up to the full page. Oh, it's just so good. So the Claw are here to supposedly bring peace. Yeah, right. And it only took 500 years, but Hillary finally gained office.
Oh, God. Oh, Hillary bot.
I'm just really surprised there isn't a Bill bot somewhere.
Oh, Bill bot's at the strip club that you saw earlier.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I always forget those two are actually married?
Well, if she becomes Madam President, you'll never be able to forget it again.
I'll probably still forget. I'm like, oh yeah, Bill and Hillary are married.
I'm actually surprised they're still married, honestly.
Oh, it's a marriage of convenience. Everyone knows it.
So the Claws supposedly want to bring peace. And that's just an evil. That's a Mr. Burns type of.
Oh, I know.
It's like,
yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, when I first saw that panel, I'm like, that's Mr. Burns. I would be surprised if Mr. Burns is still alive.
500 years, I wouldn't be surprised either, that old coot.
Oh my gosh.
This issue ends with Dave basically arming himself with all of his old gear, and the sun comes down to the little basement thing there, and he's like, can't talk now, snotty. Like, yeah, that's... dude, no way.
I could just hear Scotty talking.
Yeah. I mean, what Ferrier has essentially done in the writing is he has almost combined the 80s and the 90s into one decade, into one comic series, and it is just so friggin' cool. I
love it.
It really is. So we get to issue 3 here out of 5. We have the news people, which these have got to be the worst news anchors I've ever seen.
Hey, you know what? If the whole world is being invaded, you're gonna lose your cool, you know.
No. I mean, I don't want to disparage Valentin's art style, but this news anchor, he or she or whatever, is just, as a robot, oh my god, what kind of robot has a face like that?
Well, because I'm thinking he has to have several opticals because he's trying to report all the different angles, you know. So, yeah,
that's true.
I can see it.
Yeah. President Hillary is expected to make an announcement tomorrow, and our sources tell us these awful things will in fact join us in a peace treaty. Regardless of what this means, it's apparent that none of us is having any fucking clue how to handle this. Aliens, what the hell, right? So this is, we're at, Sally is moved in with her sister Tina. And that's who said the aliens, what the hell. And Tina's not exactly the biggest fan of Dave at all.
Tina's done well for herself, it looks like. She's
got
a penthouse apartment up with a roof, and
yep,
she's got a butler bot.
which means she's going to be the first to go.
Probably. And I like she's got cool hair. Well, I guess you could call it... Is that what you call hair? I guess you'd call it hair still, right?
She's got cool robo-tentacles for hair? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
Because Sally essentially looks bald. I mean, she does. Oh. So you get back to the invasion, where you got Scotty holding up one of Dave's giant ass weapons.
Yeah.
And he's ready to kick some ass.
He's such a teenage kid.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and I love how Ferrier in the writing is like, Jesus, kid, can you try to keep it PG rated, please? Like Ryan and Valentin really wanted kids to read this comic. I mean, come on. This is not a comic for kids at all.
No.
It just isn't. I mean, because you have him saying that, and then the next panel, Scotty's like, man, you have some cool shit in here.
It is cool shit, too.
It is cool shit, too, yeah.
But I like this part because Scotty actually learns more about his father. His father's actually spending some time with them for once, and he's getting to learn about his dad's past. And he's kind of seeing, my dad was cool at one point. I remember, that time of my life. I'm like, oh, my dad was actually a cool guy when he was younger. He just wasn't dad.
Yep. The Vanilla Ice reference, oh my god. Yo, DJ, kick it. When he's watching the...
Oh, yeah, the past. When he's...
The past stuff.
But it's kind of nice because they actually have the bonding moment. And this is when, they actually come together. It's not just passing each other in the hallway. Yeah. They're actually, this invasion's been good for them, ironically, So...
Yeah. And Scotty's like, I can fight with you guys, right? What are you going to do? Jerk the aliens off to death? I'll jerk you up. Shut up. So aboard the mothership, we get the aliens, and we thankfully, don't get me wrong, I like comics that will put in alien language and then do the little side note for translation like we had in the first issue or so.
The first two have had it, yeah.
Yeah, the first two had it, but I like it better when we can actually read, even though it's in parentheses, and we can actually see what they're saying. Yeah. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. I've only ever read Transformers G.I. Joe #0, the free comic book day issue, and the whole thing with the language in that entire issue where they had to do the translation every single. I'm like, yep, no, bye. Just don't even care. I don't even care that it was Transformers and G.I. Joe.
That's one of those comics, you either love it or you hate it.
I just don't care. So we find out that the Klar basically want to freeze the planet, or at least cool off the planet core, and so the robot's energy will be gone, so their queen can survive and thrive and pump out like a zillion babies or whatever. I just don't even know what to... This is essentially also some queen can basically kick out more of their race. It's just crazy.
Yeah, the queen. We'll get to her shortly.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, it's just so nuts. I do like the alien designs, though.
I do, too. They look cool.
Valentin really did a good job on making each one that we see in this part of the story a different design. They don't all look alike. I mean, because if you go back to our favorite movie there, Mars Attacks, outside of a wig or certain little human nuances that the Mars Attacks aliens get, they essentially all look alike.
I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of differences, but
in general, though, yeah. So we get back to Dave and Scotty, and Scotty wants to know when they're going to bust up some alien butts up. Mm-hmm. And Dave's like, nobody wants us to be in and out as much as I do. That's what she said. Your wife, the one that left you.
He is so cruel.
He doesn't even call her mom.
I know. I love the hologram bobblehead dog.
Yeah. Too bad that couldn't have been the dog that comes in later. God, that dog. Oh, it's like, what if Frank from Men in Black was a
Oh,
robot?
come on.
What?
It's a dog. It's good stuff.
No, but okay. You look at the dog in Dave. You look at the dog, and please tell me that's not a robot version of Frank
Yeah,
from Men in Black. Come on
that's
now.
true.
I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying
Okay.
that that's um like, she left you because you're an in and out kind of dude. Dot dot dot. Sorry. He hit me. That's child abuse. Help, help. Oh, so he's going back to the to Devil Shell. What is it? Earth, water, and power.
Yeah,
Or
Earth.
power and water, or something like that. Hey, yeah, he's here. He just showed up. No, I couldn't stop him. He's going to his office to get something. And what he gets is this little mini version of himself. And he uploads it, or no, he downloads it to this little mini version of himself.
Well, because it's a program that he created, and
Right.
it's named after him, so of course that makes sense.
Yep. And apparently the guy that Dave had been talking to, I guess Chad, they start calling him Sleazy.
Yeah, the sleazy bot, because he loves the ladies.
Yeah. So the boss comes in, basically berates him. It looks like now this is one thing I never could understand about the art here, like the smoke stuff. Like the boss goes to grab him, but
it's probably steam. He's letting off steam.
Oh, okay.
Because
he's
he's getting mad at him. So he's letting off steam.
Okay, now I get it. Clean out your desk, Swayze. You're a ghost.
You're Swayze. You're a ghost. That was an awesome line. Kudos, man.
This is why I say this comic is not for kids, because no one under the age of 25 is going to get that.
It's awesome, though.
So Dave he's got his download complete. He goes out and he basically goes out and punches Frank's head off, essentially.
Oh my gosh.
Basically punches.
Now, this was an interesting concept here, though, because after he punches Frank, he gets fired. But if you're fired, that means your program is being deleted.
Right. So that's why he wanted to quit. And all I can think of is when they get when the two security guard robots have him and they're throwing him out. All I can think of is, and I know this is going to be bad, folks, and we're all over the place in this episode of the podcast with references, but you ever seen John Cena in The Marine?
No.
Is it The Marine? Or yeah, it is The Marine. Okay, so he comes home from whatever war it is, I forget what it is. And he's a Marine. He doesn't know what to do with himself with civilian life. All he knows is
that's basically this, yeah.
I know, but I'm saying that, he comes home, he gets a security job. Well, this asshat comes into the building, goes up and starts harassing one of the employees. He's the ex of this chick or whatever it is, or apparently he's this great. So anyway, John Cena eventually has to basically just throw the guy out of the building, quite literally, like Dave is being thrown out, except the difference is John throws the guy through a window. Oh. But I love this. Jeez, who literally throws people out?
Literally.
Oh, boy.
Sally knows what to call right on at the right moment.
Yeah, the wrong moment.
Depends on whose side you're on.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. So we have a conversation between Sally and Dave while Scotty is peeing on his car.
Oh god. Leaking
And
lubricants.
It's Where's Ironhide when you really need? So we get back to the house. We get more monologue here. Oh no, it's not the house. We get back to Dave's going to his buddy's house, his old defense buddies, because he wants to enlist them to fight the aliens, and they're not having it.
I like how he put a war injury on the one.
Yeah,
and it's because he's got a plate in his head, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I like the war injury.
Yeah. I'm just loving this. It's just between the backgrounds and just everything in it, the art, the story is just so cool. And then, we get more of the aliens. The Queen is being summoned, Hale, Clar, and we have a to be continued. As this series goes on, I just couldn't wait. I read the first. I read this all in one night. Actually, now that I think about it, it was the second series that I read last night and then this morning. So, overall, what did you think of issue?
This first arc is amazing. It's really cool.
Yeah. So we get to issue 4, which is the penultimate one before the finale. Balls, traffic again.
What's with you and balls? I love that.
Oil cola.
I like that too.
Boston Dynamics. Toaster oven makers, great.
I mean, there's so much you could take out of each panel. It's awesome.
Yeah, every panel is not wasted at all. Whether it's the writing, whether it's the art, whatever it is, it's just so cool. Scotty's
relieving himself again.
Yeah, fuck, man, really? Get time, and don't look away if you don't like it. Jeez. Does he pull him out through the window?
Yes, he does.
He pulls him out through the window. Oh my god.
With his pants still down.
Yeah, that's just not even. So they're basically running from the cops or from.
It's Hillary's Secret Service.
Oh, that's right. Because
yeah, they've got the emblem on.
Yeah,
but Scotty takes a tip from his good old pops. And
why are you stopped? Come on. For robots, it's a death sentence. We are our jobs. No 2-week notice, no severance pay, no holidays, just termination. Scotty, wait, no, don't.
Yeah.
Eat it, pig. I love this.
That's turned into a buddy cop movie between dad and son.
Yeah, absolutely, and it kind of stays that way.
It does
between
for the rest of
this series and for most of the beginning of the second series until Scotty was all emo for a while. Oh my God, Kate! Officer down. Scotty just became a badass because he just kicked the guy's head off.
He literally killed the guy by kick.
Are you insane? You just killed a cop during an invasion that I'm trying to thwart. Awesome. Great job. We needed a ride. I got a ride.
The thing is, they could have taken one for each of them.
Yeah, they didn't have to kill. He didn't have to disable both cops. Well, disable them, yes, but not kill.
Yeah. Maybe they can reprogram them.
Yeah, and it's a good thing I wasn't drinking anything when I read this because milk would have come out of my nose probably. Let me drop Butthorn, you drive like an apple too.
Oh no, that was awesome. I love it because everyone knows my disdain for Apple products because apparently they are not meant for me because I am more than Apple can handle. Stupid iPod died again.
Are you still having problems with the iPod?
It literally fell off my laptop. You know the top of your laptop? It fell off the laptop, probably what, a half inch?
Oh, jeez.
Erased everything. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No.
Thank goodness I still have everything on my computer so I could sync it. But
you think,
I have so much. I mean, I have like 25,000 songs, you know, and so it takes like 5 hours to download to sync everything. You're like,
wait a minute. Your iPod does not have enough memory for 25,000 songs, does it? Okay.
Yeah, I got the big one. That's why I got the classic.
Oh, you got the one they no longer make
yeah,
anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you better die on me. And I'm totally off topic, but my gosh, I mean, I need something with, and I know I'm old fashioned. People are like, just transfer it to your phone. I'm like, no, I want my iPod because I don't like to use my battery on my phone. So.
So the aliens and the water and power people are supposed to have a thing going on. There's supposed to be some sort of tryst, and the alien essentially just kills the boss. Take us to the core, and maybe we'll merely enslave you. I'll take you to the core. Woz, help me.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Woz, help.
I just love that they reference him, and
that was one of those lines. Okay. I was like,
okay,
that's awesome.
They use Steve, but they don't use they use Steve as in Jobs, as essentially God's help me, or Jobs damn it. And I'm really, ever since I've been reading this series, and I've only been doing it, like I said, since for the last 24 hours as of this recording. Mm-hmm. I've really started muttering to myself, Jobs, damn it. All the time now in the last 24 hours. It's like my new favorite word. Oh my God. So we get to the core. The aliens put the queen in the core, and the queen is... she's... an interesting design for an alien.
She looks like something from Saga. I don't know. I haven't read Saga for a long time, but yeah,
I've never read it. I want to. I just haven't gotten around.
Now that's a comic that is not safe for work. I found that out. I took it to work, and I'm like, oh, I'll be taking this back home.
Take it out, read one panel. Nope. Yep, that's a home comic, definitely.
I like the queen, like her belly. It looks like there's a clock around her belly. I wonder if that means something. Look, she's got all those different designs.
Yeah.
On her torso there, so I don't know, but she's very interesting looking, and I like how she could just detach herself like that.
Yep, she almost reminds me of the mother alien from one of the big brain bugs from Starship Troopers.
I was just gonna say
Starship Troopers, not the crappy sequels.
The good one.
Yeah, the good one. We get back to Dave and Scotty. Shit, hold up. They're right outside your mom's. Outside your mom's what? Oh, dude, not now. But isn't this like your thing? Take them out, Rambo.
Oh.
I think Sly has too much of a deep voice to pull. The whole time I've been reading this series, and everyone that's ever listened to any of my podcasts in the last 7, almost 8 years will know I am not a Ryan Reynolds fan in general. I can't stand that guy.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
I just can't stand that. There's 3 movies that There would be 4, but I have yet to see one of them. There's 3 movies. Huh?
Are you talking about Deadpool?
No. Well, yeah. Well, obviously, it's not out yet, but there's 4 total movies that I will probably really enjoy Ryan Reynolds in. One of them, obviously, is the original Van Wilder. Then you have Safe House with him and Denzel.
That was a good one.
And then Deadpool isn't out yet, and the only other one I have yet to see is Two Guns.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to show up on Netflix or Hulu, and it still hasn't. But the whole time I'm reading the D4VE comic, I'm like, both series, 1 and 2, I really hear Ryan Reynolds as Dave. I really do.
I can see that.
So Scotty decides to basically create a diversion, I guess, and he attacks the aliens, and the son gets to the house, and Scotty gets to the house, and he starts flirting with his aunt.
Oh, I know, that's just wrong.
That's just not right at all.
She's a good-looking bot, and I know there's no blood relation, but still.
That's still, yeah. Yeah, Control plus Z, kid. That's your Aunt Tina you're flirting with.
Isn't it Control Z? Isn't that shut off your computer?
I don't. I'm not even gonna try it. We've had so many technical difficulties today, so.
Oh, I should. Here, let me.
No, don't you dare!
Oh, no, I said I was gonna go look
at podcast ever again.
I just said I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Oh, holy shit! I can't do this on my own. Dave, Tina, Sally, Dave.
Control Z is undo.
Oh. Leave it to Nicole to be the one to hit the Control-Alt-Delete that blows up the entire computer and the entire building, just like in Die Hard 4.
Control-Alt-Delete doesn't blow things up, it just restarts. Well, it takes you to task.
Die Hard 4, it blew it up. So we have this awkward scene between the 3 adults and Scotty. Scotty finds out that Aunt Tina has a butler.
That butler's awesome.
Yeah, I know they couldn't have gotten away with this, but I wanted him to be some sort of spin-off of Jarvis as far as the name goes.
He doesn't have a name, does he?
They just call him Jeeves, I think, but yeah. So we have this emotional moment between Sally and Dave, and also with Dave and Scotty, and Dave's essentially getting ready to go off and basically save the world, and he's, he basically tells them, what does he do here? Doesn't he give them the program? Isn't that what he... I don't know. He does something here. What does he do?
Who are you talking about?
Dave.
Yeah, he gives them like an antivirus. So because he's going to be setting off a program. It's his program, so he knows what it's going to do. So he's basically saving the people that he loves. So
Right. Yeah. So he gives them the antivirus. We have another Terminator 2 reference. I think Dave just upgraded.
Oh, that was so awesome. Because that's what his boss was keeping telling. You need to upgrade yourself. You need to make more of yourself.
Yep. So we have President Hillary's announcement here, and the juxtaposition of it is revolt. You must revolt. Search your library. Run your files. Oh God, no! I just DVR'd Bad Boys 4.
I love it.
has occurred. Window. Oh, see, this is what happens when you have a Windows screen.
Blue screen of death.
Yep. And I love this series originally came out in 2014. This is a series that's 2 years old at this point. We still don't have Bad Boys 3. Even though the story takes place 500 years in the future, we still don't have Bad Boys 3. Michael Bay wasn't too busy screwing up the robot universe over there.
Hey, I just saw a really good movie that he directed. I was very proud of.
Armageddon?
No, I just watched the 13 Hours.
Oh.
I was just like, I was surprised. I'm like, besides the lens flares that were in it, I'm like, oh, this is Michael Bay. Oh, I remember when he used to do good stuff, like The Rock and.
Yeah. So this one kind of ends with Dave taking on the aliens and not exactly winning at first.
And then he goes on Mortal Kombat on their ass.
He pretty much pulls a Shang Tsung, folks.
Yeah. Takes that spine and starts whipping everyone.
Yep. So he goes to the central computer system, gains access, basically says, I have a program, I need you to run it. Now, why am I thinking he is talking to Vicky from iRobot?
Well, there's always like a big central computer. I mean, Eagle Eye had it too, and
yeah, no, I know, but just you look at the panel where he says, "I have a program, I need you to run it." It really looks like the very bottom of where Vicky was.
Maybe it's a good reference.
In iRobot, yeah. And the computer's like, "It's not a program, Dave. It's a virus, and you know this." And basically, the computer is saying, that.
Well, it's also going back and forth to what's happening on the surface, where the aliens are taking people hostage and killing them and making them slaves, and Dave's just trying to say, "Hey, this will save everyone," but the computer the mainframe. I guess it would be the mainframe, right? Comes to realize, hey, let's try. I guess what worse could it be? We're being enslaved right now, so.
Yeah. And we have this whole thing: Dave program successfully installed. Dave program successfully installed, and yo, Jeeves, what's up with you?
Yeah, everyone, all the robots besides the three that got the antivirus. They have like a red glow to them. They've been downloaded with the Dave program, which makes them pretty much all assassins.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's essentially how they fight the thing. Kill all the butt horns. Yes. Hey, man, wait up.
Butt horns.
Scotty, don't. Let him go. He's his father's son, idiot. Invasion, day 3. Everything is red sky.
And everything is coming up William Wallace.
Yeah, pretty much. No prisoners, no mercy, attack!
Yeah. That was a good end. That was a very good end to that.
To that one, yeah. And then we have the...
It's a good end. I mean, they always have all have good endings.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, just so far, folks, if you haven't read this series, I know we're spoiling the hell out of it, but if you haven't read this series yet, you need to find the enjoyment in this because, oh my God.
But there's so much that we're not talking about. I mean, just looking at the different panels, the artwork alone is great to read. Mm-hmm. To see how because we haven't really been going over this, but they spell everyone's names with an alphanumeric kind of a way,
Yeah, it's pretty much leet speak is what it is with the names. But I think that's so cool, and it's what makes it stand out.
Yeah.
Because these are robots. These are, sentient beings who, thankfully, don't need to transform.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird if they did.
I bet you they'll get to at one point. I don't know.
Oh no! Don't give him any ideas, please.
I mean, we're spoiling a lot of things here, but there's so much more to it.
Yeah, we're not spoiling everything. Welp, here lies Dave, former defense bot, miserable cubicle slave, total failure, complete butthorn. If you're reading this, well, I'm dead. So we start off with a funeral.
And he's like, "There's more people than I thought." As there's 4 people there.
Yeah. Because Sleaze dude is there, Scotty's there, Tina and Sally are there, and that's pretty much it. Is it weird that they're wearing funeral clothes?
Well, no, because they've been wearing clothes the rest.
Yeah, they have. I don't know. It's just I think seeing Tina with the black veil thing. Tina and Sally more than Tina, I should say, but just seeing Sally with I don't know. It's just I don't have a problem. It looks really weird to me.
I don't think so, because like I said, they adopted everything humans have. They've probably learned from the past and from movies and stuff. This is how they handle funerals, and so how humans handle funerals. So we're going to do it. So yeah, I had no problem with it.
So we have the funeral, which sets up the story. We then go back in time, or we flash back to the present, or whatever it is. We go to Invasion Day 3, and robots versus aliens. The core temp is dropping too fast. We're using too much energy. Energy we don't have.
Yeah, because we kind of didn't explain this. The Queen needs the core of the Earth to birth her babies, so she's taking up all the energy to have these kids.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just kind of creepy.
And everything's getting colder, and
yeah. And then Scotty shows up. I told you to stay with your mom. I'm kicking ace. Deal with it. So we have the double team here. Like father, like son. Mm-hmm. They're both killing aliens all over the place.
It's awesome.
And then the antivirus robots show up.
Oh no!
Virus source detected. Begin deletion. Balls. Oh fuckity fuckers. oh no. Central computer sent them. Scotty, get away from me now. I'm the virus, dummy. My program set it off. These probes will kill everything that's infected with me. So essentially, Dave dies. You idiots! I'm trying to save you. Then Sally shows up. Get away from my ex. Get away from that jerk off. Sally and Tina both show up and kill the bots.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I like that.
Yeah. So when I say stay inside, no one listens, huh? You're welcome, by the way. Jerk off.
I love the next page because there's something awesome on there. Battle elephant. Woo!
Battle elephant?
Yeah, on the next page. That basically is an elephant.
Okay, I'm viewing it panel by panel, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, battle elephant with 2 trunks and no tusks and squid legs or octopus legs.
It looks like an elephant.
Oh God, it's a wuzzle. It's an octophant. It's an octopus / elephant. Yeah. Oh God. If you can't beat them, join them. Or some human genius man said that. Something Hasselhoff something. It's hilarious. So he starts riding the purple octophant.
That sounds like a drug.
I'm riding the
octophant.
Follow that ship. So Dave gets on the mothership. and basically creates all kinds of hell. Basically infects them all with his virus as they're eating. But they're like, yeah, this isn't all of us. You know that, right? I do love the one thing. Holy wow, what are the odds that these brutes all eat at the same dang time? For once, it looks like everything's coming up Dave.
Well, I mean, they are very insect-like, so...
Yeah. And it looks like they're eating glowworms.
Yeah, larvae.
All I can think of is, hey, Pumbaa, look, it's a grub.
I watched Lion King forever.
Yeah. That movie's 22 years old this year? Wow.
I like when Dave gets angry, his eye grows red. It's kind of like, what movie? Is it Moon? No, not Moon. When he's all alone on the spaceship. Is it Moon? Oh my gosh. I don't think his name was Dave. Hello, Dave. Oh, it's not Space Odyssey either. This is going to drive me nuts because that's so... You know which movie I'm talking about? When he's alone on the spaceship, and all he has is the AI to talk to him.
Sounds like Castaway in Space.
Oh, it basically...
Nelson!
Holy shit, that's going to drive me nuts because I know people are yelling at me right now. Okay? I haven't had my caffeine today yet. Give me a break.
So Tina is slightly injured. They're losing power. They're just straight up losing. So Dave calls from the ship. It's like, oh, please, just listen. Don't have a lot of time. We're dying, Dave. They've got us. The power is just look up. Hey, that's me. What are you doing? Well, Sally, I've got this here ship, and I'm pretty sure it's like way beyond nuclear. So he's essentially going to pull a Batman, people. Yep. Anyone seen the Thanagarian, oh god, what is it, Star-Crossed 3-parter of Justice League, where Batman pilots the Watchtower all the way in, but right before it explodes. And that's essentially what he's going to do. He's going to drive the ship into the core and reignite it. And we have all the emotion, I love yous, I'll miss you, all this stuff. See what happens when you mess with us, you fugly bags of crap. The ship is way too big for that hole.
Way too big.
Way too big. We have a giant boom. We have the Earth going back to the way it was supposed to be. We have the aliens being vaporized.
Well, and there's some other things that happen to it, looks like, and yeah, it's either vaporized or they become like ash and stone. And
well, the reason why I say vaporized is if you look in the panel with all the blue, like right after the City Fall panel. Like if you go through the panel by panel here, you got the first one where they look like they're dematerializing. You got the first one where it shows the Earth, where the Earth is reforming into what it once was. A couple panels below that, it just looks like they're being vaporized, like dematerialized or derezzed. Hey, we fit a Tron reference in here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it ends on peace. And we go back to the core. The core temperature is increasing, power levels increasing. DaveBalls.exe override upgrade initiated. Download complete. Software successfully upgraded. And everybody gets upgrades. Yay!
Yay! And you get a new car, and you get a new car. And I was right. It's Space Odyssey. So stop the emails right now, people.
Okay, so all I can think of is, and tell them what they've won, Sally. It's a new car. It's the game show host voice.
I just picture Oprah, and you get a new car, and you get a new car.
Oh, boy. So Dave is a triplegic at the end of this. And I'm sure I just made that word up, but if he didn't have his right arm, he'd be a quadriplegic. But
yeah,
he does not have his legs or his left arm, and looks like he's gonna die. And we flash to 6 months later, and we assume that he's dead, except he's right there.
Yep.
Is that porn? It's porn, isn't it? I'm not gonna catch you jerking it again, am I?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I like this ending because it's not all the way happy because him and Sally are still apart, but he's got a better relationship with his son, and apparently he's getting a big old honor. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, so I lied. I'm not dead. Truth is, I've never felt more alive. We fix you. And yeah, he's getting this huge honor with a statue being erected in his memory, supposedly, and he's now part of the military.
Yeah, I think this is where he wants to be. This is where he needs to be.
Oh yeah, this is where he needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, he was such a good soldier before, and now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he says, it wasn't the fighting that I wanted, it was the saving, even if it's only part-time. So it's almost like he's in, like, the National Guard or something, like, hey, 2 weeks a year and, every other weekend or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a nice ending.
Yeah, I love this series. Like, you usually see giant... Well, I wouldn't even say this is a giant robot series. It's robots. It's not... It's not robots from Cybertron. But usually you see dystopian type stories like this. You don't see them as funny and as happy and as awesome as this series was. I mean, you just don't. And you don't have characters like these in other robot comics. That's what makes this so unique and so cool.
Yeah, this series is really fun.
I mean, this is a series I could probably read again in 3 or 4 months.
Oh yeah, well, because I read this before and it's been a while and it's still entertaining because I forgot all the fun little bits in the background and the way that they have their names and yeah, it's really I like.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. We talked about earlier throughout the issues, the art and the writing, and I mean. I don't know what. Well, I do. I'll reveal that in the next episode. But this is, like I said, this is my first interactions and first reading Ryan Ferrier's writing, and I can't wait to see what the guy does next. I really can't, because you have this series, you have Dave 2, which is the sequel, the second arc to the story, and then you've got something that was just announced here recently, a couple weeks ago. As of this recording, will go up on the 27th of January, but a couple of weeks ago you had at some convention IDW announced his next series, and his next series is going to be something completely different from this, but it looks really awesome. I'll give you the info later. But Dave, the 5-issue miniseries for D4VE, absolutely love it. It was everything I thought it was going to be, and just from reading that first initial solicitation, I knew at some point we were going to get around to this.
Yeah, it's well written. The artwork is fun. I mean, like I said, there's something fun in each panel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really good series.
So what would you rate it overall for the 5 issues?
For the 5 issues, oh my gosh, I hate when I have to do this. Be- I hate giving a series like 5 right off the bat, so I'm giving it a 4.5. Just because you have to go to somewhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have that little bit. So I'm giving it a 4.5, which is pretty dang good if you ask me, because it's such a fun series.
Yeah, it really, really is. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. There were a couple of things with the aliens at first that I didn't really I don't know, they're just little things, they're just little nitpicks, but I mean, everything else in this series, the comedy, the design, the whole relatability, every single situation in every issue, whether it's Dave at his mundane job, whether it's Sally talking with her sister, whether it's, even if you are a teenage robot and going through what Scotty's going through, I mean, just everything about this series, people, you need to go check this out. You really, really do. So as I said, Dave 2 will be coming up next in episode 127. Nicole will be back, and we will be going through that one. That one's only 4 issues this time.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about that because that actually got released through IDW as individual issues. As I think the original series did too when they brought it to print. I know the original series has its first trade, but Dave 2 got released as individual issues, and I remember tweeting it at Ryan, asking him, "Is it going to be 4 or 5?" He said just 4 this time, so which is fine. I mean, especially with what the story is in the sequel, so it really does work very, very well. Where can the people find you online if they want to check out your crazy antics?
Just Google BeatlesDiva, you'll find me. That's Beatles like the band, not the bug.
Yeah. You can find me at TFG1Mike on Twitter. You can follow the Pullbag on Twitter at the Pullbag. Obviously, GeekCast Radio, all that good stuff. Make your great escape into comics, and we will catch you next time.
Aloha.
You've just heard the latest episode of the Pullbag, the GCRN's comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate our show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Call the voicemail line, 502-526-5821. Please remember to tell us the show you are leaving the message for, and your name. Become a fan of us on Facebook by searching GeekCast Radio Network. Send us an email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at GeekCastRadio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.